Okay, I'm back now. Everything's better now. We got it rescaled uh, to 3840 by 1080, so it should look pretty good now. Um, the reason on the previous video you saw a C17 being squished, even though it's a ultra wide, the reason you saw it being squished is because the resolution wasn't in par with 3840 by 1080. Resolution was in par with 1080. So I had to rescale it to be natively outputted to 3840 by 1080. So now that it's natively being outputted 3840 by 1080 in a 32 by 9 ratio, uh, now you get to see it in its full uh, ultra wide glory, as it should be, through shadow, obviously. So that's taken care of. That's fixed. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this right here. I'm gonna go here and make sure that it's full screen, like that. So now you get to see it the way it's supposed to be. There we go. That's it. It's gonna be cool. I have to say this runs very good at 30 FPS at high-end settings on shadow. You got to remember we're running this on shadow. We're running this on a computer that's, quite frankly, I wasn't even expecting to be able to run some of these games. I wasn't expecting to run, pretty much anything at 3840 by 1080 at the 30 FPS. I also wasn't expecting even Call of Duty to run at 3840 by 1080, but it ran. Obviously, not at the ultra settings, at the medium to high settings. Also using the shaders, streaming shaders, graphical streaming shader that helps as well from a cloud. But it's still impressive that you can do all of this with Shadow, that you can use the add-ons, the mods. You can technically do anything that you would normally do on your PC. Uh, the only thing you can't do, and they will not allow you to do that, you cannot watch Netflix movies, Amazon Prime movies, stuff like that because of the Digital Millennium, Protection Act. They have to honor that. So obviously, people would be recording stuff and whatnot. Uh, so ripping the movies and whatnot. So that's the reason why you know they won't allow you to do that. But as far as like softwares, you can use any software you want, any video editing software you want, any photo editing software you want, any music software you want. You can upload videos to YouTube. You can download the mods, free mods. As you can see, this is a mod, the C17 Globemaster 3. And you can use the ultra wide screen. You can also use 144 hertz if your monitor for refresh rate supports it, or 120 hertz. You can use the virtual reality. You can use this PC for simulations, etc., etc. So there's definitely benefits to Shadow, you know. Not to mention the fact that you can use their internet. You can use their internet to stream Stadia, Amazon, Luna, etc., etc., PlayStation Out, right? xCloud. So there's definitely a benefit to Shadow here. Hey, what's up, Mamba? How you doing, brother? How are you? I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Now you're the moderator. There you go. So, um, like I said, the only difference right now with Shadow is the fact that it's a bit, to some people, it's a bit expensive. But I don't really think it's that expensive, to be honest with you. I don't really think it's that bad when you consider the benefit that you are getting with Shadow. When you look at the fact that uh, how much it would cost you to build the PC, just to buy a graphics card, let alone build the PC and get the monitors and the accessories and all this other crap. Uh, $300 a year, it's really nothing in contrast to what you would be paying for a PC. Now, having your own PC in your home, sure, nothing can beat that. I get that, but this is something you can take with you wherever you go. You can take it with you. You can access it from any device you want, um, and you got many options here. It's not a gaming service; it's a PC, but it's a cloud-based PC. Like I said, the only thing you can't do is watch Netflix movies and all that other stuff. But honestly, if you want to watch Netflix movies, you're gonna go to your television. You're gonna watch it from your television, right? Or from your phone, or it's a tablet or whatever. So it's not really a big deal. Yeah. Hey, Brendan. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, guys. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Look, man, it's Shadow is great. I was a bit skeptical about Shadow in the beginning, but now rest easy, man. I have no, like, there is no, like, any kind of doubt in my mind. This is great. I like what they're doing. It's definitely better. They have come a long way, man. They definitely have come a long way, and thank you. People got to remember how much you have to pay just to be able to do this on an ultra wide screen, just to play something like this. You can't even buy a decent graphics card for $300 just to do this, to play this game with the high end settings on the Shadow. Here, I'll show it to you that it's a high end settings. So this is Shadow, 28 frames per second. And I'll show you that I'm running this at, where's the options? I'll show you that I'm running this at the high end settings. I want people to understand that this is high end settings. You see high end settings, DirectX 11. So for you, let's say, okay, you want to buy for $300. What kind of graphics cards can you buy for $300? Nothing good. And nothing good that's going to be able to handle this at the high end settings at the 3840 by 1080 with a 32 by 9 ratio. That's just a fact. You won't be able to do that. Um, Even your Steam Deck, it's not as powerful as what the Shadow has here. Just to be honest, just to be fair. And on the Steam Deck, obviously, uh, you have to worry about the storage, how much storage you have. With the Shadow, you can take it with you, and you just need to download the app. You just need a at the 3 megabits per second. Uh, I was able to run Shadow at 3 megabits per second, and then use their internet to stream PlayStation Now and Stadia. Think about that for a minute. uh, at 3 megabits per second with my 5G. It doesn't collect that many data, honestly, when you think about it. With 3 megabits per second, I was able to do that. And it was a H.265 codec bitrate. So the bitrate was very consistent, was really good. The latency wasn't that bad, and I was able to do that. So this is pretty remarkable that you can do this, bring this with you on the phone. I think I showed some photos to you, Brandon, on the Grand Theft Auto Vice City and some other stuff. I think I also put some photos on the Twitter of me taking the snapshot from this game on Shadow from my phone at 3 megabits per second. And I was somewhere else. I wasn't even home. And I was able to do that. So I want you guys to think the reason I'm telling you this, I'm not telling you this to try to convince you because I'm not affiliated by Shadow. I'm not sponsored by Shadow. Shadow is not paying my, bills. I have no partnership with Shadow. I'm simply telling you this because I find it fascinating that you can do that with Shadow technology. I don't know how many of you realize this, how many of you know about this. I guarantee you there's not that many people that actually realize what you can do with Shadow. And that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm doing this live stream, to bring this to your attention in case you didn't know. You know. All right, so let's take off with this thing, shall we? This will be a short live stream because I got some stuff I got to do later on. So let's go ahead and let's take off. Here we go. Easy does it. This thing, it's a beast, bro. Look at it. And we're ready for takeoff. Very smooth, man. Very smooth. Hold on. Smooth as a butter. We're gonna stay at the low altitude here so you guys can see it better. So here I am at 30 FPS, 3840 by 1080, ultra widescreen at the high-end settings on the Shadow. Pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable if you ask me. Hey Jose, happy Easter, brother. Thank you. I'll celebrate anything that gives me a day off or whatever. Let's go look inside the cockpit. They also fixed the cockpit a little bit. Looks better. Looks nicer. Which is a good thing. It's a very good thing, not a bad thing. There we go. And look, this is a free. This is a mod that's free, and it looks better than majority of the stuff that you have to pay for, which is one of the benefits of playing Flight Simulator on the PC versus playing it on a console. On the console, you have to pay. You know. So I just find it more enjoyable on the PC. You got helicopters, you got just got more airplanes, period. You got more options. You got a Concorde, you got F-35, you have Black Hawks, Seahawks. You got uh, the news helicopters, the police helicopters. You got so much, man. You got so many options on the PC that you are limited on a console, obviously. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Xbox Series X. It looks great with a Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Xbox Series X has Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Looks great. But on the PC, obviously, you have more options. You can do virtual reality. You can do ultra widescreen. Yes, you can do on Shadow. You can plug in your Quest and do a virtual reality on the flight sim. Like you could do, Brandon. You can plug in your Quest 2, and you can actually use it as a virtual reality on a Shadow, and you can play this in virtual reality. You have that option as well. I feel you, Bob. The same thing here. I'll celebrate anything that either pays me time and a half or gives me a day off or whatever. I honestly think the holidays are designed for a couple of reasons. An excuse to party and also to make money. Honestly, it's really what it's about. It's good for the retailers to make a lot of money. Selling those Easter eggs or whatever, selling the Christmas, uh, products. It's made for two reasons: an excuse to get wasted, party, and number two, to make money. It's just designed for a couple of things. Look at this beautiful C17 Globemaster. Shadow, baby. We are in the shadow. Let's check out this airplane. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see the detail. Very nice, man. Beautiful detail, man. Look at that. It's a beast. It's a pure beastie beast. Yeah, man. I'm not a huge fan of holidays because, first of all, traffic, people are just fucking batshit crazy, like a basket case running around like a chicken without a head. Um, and then you got Karens and yayos out there, assholes. It's just, it's just garbage, bro. I never liked holidays. It's just too much stress and too much garbage, to deal with. Um, Not into it, man, to be honest with you. It's like George Carlin says, I like people, but I like people in short bursts. I don't like people all the time to be breathing down my neck. I can only take it so much. Yeah, you go to that website. You can get it. Go to the flightsim.2, search for C17 Globemaster 3, download it, and when you download it, make sure that you install it on your directory under the flight simulator. You will see a directory when you click on the flight simulator where you have your flight simulator installed. When you click on the flight simulator folder, you will see a subfolder that says community folder. So what you need to do is you need to click on the community folder and you need to drag this zip file and unzip it that you downloaded and transfer it to the community folder. It's really not that difficult. It's very easy. Basically, when you download this plane, you need to transfer it and install it under community folder on your flight simulator subdirectory. Yeah. And you can download any plane, any mod. Basically, your community folder, it's mods. Any mod, the free mod that you want to download, whether it's going to be helicopter or even an X-wing, whatever. Whatever you want to download, you can put that on the community folder and you can use it and you can enjoy it. And some of these free mods look way better than what you would normally pay for a payware airplane. Like the Black Hawk looks amazing. But with the Black Hawk, you do have to download, with some of these third-party, free mod developers, you do have to download their software. Some of them will ask you to download their software in order for you to activate their free mod product. But hey, it's not a biggie. You just download their software and it's free. You're not paying anything. There's the Patrick Air Force Base. But we're not going to land there. We're not going there. We're going to Charlotte. This is all in real time. The weather in Florida, it's all in real time. So we're flying very low on purpose. Because flying very low, it's more interesting than flying very high. You don't see shit when you're at a high altitude. When you're at the low altitude, you get to see a lot of stuff. And at the same time, it's good for the people looking up from the ground to see this giant beast. I've seen this C-17 plenty of times. I've seen it. Because every time like Trump would come in on a Palm Beach International with the Air Force One, he would also bring these C-17s to bring his, entourage, his, vehicles and a bunch of other stuff and whatnot. So I definitely seen these suckers. When he came in with style, bro. He brought the Air Force. He brought everything. No one was gonna dare. No one was gonna dare do shit, bro. When he came in like an OG, original gangster. And I've seen these suckers. I've seen these C-17s. They're beasts. You got to see them in person, man. It's like a Empire State Building, bro, flying. It's juggernaut, man. It's huge. This is something you have to see in person. Same thing with the Air Force One. You got to see it in person just to understand how huge and how fucking massive it is. You're welcome. We got Brandon and Mamba here as the moderators, so good luck to everybody out there. Be like a John Wick style. Nah, they're not gonna come in, trust me. There might be trolls, but they're not stupid. You know, they come in when there's no moderators, but when there's moderators, they're not gonna do it. Like I said, there might be trolls, but they're not dumb. Look, one of the trolls just left. Stay here, troll. I got an Easter egg for you. Damn it. I want you to try it. Maybe you'll get something good in it. Hey, look at this. Let's say I'm piss poor. I have no money. I'm just like whatever. And I would love to play PC games, right? Let's say hypothetically, I'm like one of those poor blokes, and I would love to play PC games, and I, don't have the money, and I can't afford. Guess what? With Shadow, I can easily do that. With Shadow, I have the ability to do that. And another thing, I think when I spoke to Shadow well, it was like a brief email exchange between me and them. They asked me, am I satisfied with the Shadow, etc., what I think. And I asked them, yeah, I mean, I tested it. I'm pretty satisfied so far. But I also asked them, like, are you guys planning on upgrading your graphics card, your GPUs, and your memory and CPU? And they said, not at the moment. They don't have any plans at the moment. Because they're still going through this merger with this other company. But definitely, they said in the future, obviously, there will be upgrades. This is not going to be forever like this. They will, in the future, upgrade. But right now, they need more subscribers. They need more people to come in and join. Obviously, the more people come in to join, then yeah, you're definitely going to see upgrades. You're going to see them upgrade to something like 3080. And quite honestly, Mamba, all they need to do is update to 3080 Ti. If they can update to 3080 or 3080 Ti, that's it. They're like good to go. With 32 gigs of RAM and 3080 Ti, or just a 3080 with 32 gigs of RAM, I think that's it, man. You'll be rocking and rolling like a lot of games at 60 FPS. I don't think people would mind paying like $400 a year for a 3080 with a 32 gigs. If you think about it, even after 3 years, that's how long it's going to take you to pay. Even after 3 years, you're going to be like close to maybe 1,000. Well, let's say $1,200. But it would take you 3 years to get to $1,200 to be able to purchase a 3080. Actually, even with $1,200, you still can purchase 3080. Because 3080 is $1,500. So it would take you 4 years for the Shadow subscription to reach the amount of what you would need to pay for a 3080 GPU. And that's just a GPU, not to mention, the memory RAM, the CPU, the SSD drive, right? The case, the cooling, the power supply. What type of cooling are you going to have? It's going to be air cooling or it's going to be liquid cooling. So all of these things, man, you have to consider into a pot. You have to Think about that. So if you do your math, even with a $40 a month, I think you're still good with Shadow if they include 3080 with a 32 gigs of RAM. And that's honestly, if Shadow is watching this, that's all you have to do. Make 3080 with a 32 gigs a standard default. If they make 3080 with a 32 gigs a default standard, I'm telling you, Shadow could easily take off like you've never seen before, man. I can easily see them like taking off. So that's my suggestion. If anybody from the Shadow team is watching, that's my suggestion. That's what I would do. That would be my honest recommendation. Looks like we got a lot of rain over here in Georgia. Oh yeah, man. I won't listen. Let me tell you, if they upgrade to 3080 with a 32 gigs of RAM, I won't need a PC and I won't need a Steam Deck. I'm just being honest. I won't need a PC and I won't need a Steam Deck. Like, why would I need it? I got everything in my phone. Everything's there. I can do everything. On top of the Shadow, I can do everything on my phone. And I love the fact that everything is on my phone. That's the whole idea of cloud. Everything's on your phone, you know. Check this out, guys. Look what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go very low underneath the clouds. Check this out. Look how awesome this airplane is, bro. Not only is it big, but it's very sufficient on what it can do in terms of maneuvering. Check this out. Check this out, babe. Man, we got the best military on the planet, I swear to God. Best Air Force, best Navy, best military, best infantry. That's just a fact, bro. Because we are the military-industrial complex. We are. We wage wars. We do a lot of stuff. No one can mess with us. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. And also, let's not forget, there's a lot of stuff secret that we don't know. So think about that. Just what we know, it's terrifying how powerful the US military is. But imagine the stuff that's secret that you don't know, how terrifying that is to the enemy. Just think about it. I want the enemy to think about that. I want the puke to think about that. That's why no one's going to fuck with us. If they could, they would, but they can't. So anyway, we're not going to talk about politics here. Everybody knows that we're the most powerful military on the face of the planet Earth. So everybody knew that since 1980s. That's just a fact. I'm sorry if you're from some other country and this bothers you, but that's a fact. You have to deal with it. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, Brendan. Think about it. Right now, Brandon, you can go ahead and buy a 32-inch ultra wide LG monitor, a 32-inch ultra wide monitor, or you can buy two, just like say 32-inch ultra wide monitor. You can buy it and you can plug it in to your old laptop, that you have. You can plug it into your old laptop that you have, and voila, connect your shadow to it, and you got yourself ultra wide. Think about that. Think about that. That's very significant that you can do that. Me and Cameron talked about this last week on our 8-hour podcast, and just like uh, how much cloud technology has advanced in 2 years. In 2 years, mind you, in 2 years. Imagine 10 years from now. All right, this is 2 years since 2019, 2.5 years, whatever, give or take. Imagine 10 years from now, where are we going to be with the cloud technology? Think about 10 years from now, where are we going to be? Just I want you guys to think about that. Like, let that sink in into your head, into your mind. Just think about that. All right, we got to go through these clouds. It's going to be a bit tricky, but it's going to be very cool. Check this out. Because it's raining, so we have to go around these clouds really fast. That. That's good. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. I wish you guys could be here to see how beautiful this looks on my ultra wide screen. And I'm on shadow, for the love of God. Shadow. Shadow. Why did you have to make a new account, Marifem? I don't understand. What's wrong with the other one? Oh, it won't let you use it? I think I know what's going on. Uh, Even if I unblock you, it still won't let you use it because of the algorithm that YouTube has. It remembers from the old accounts that were blocked. It remembers, and then yeah, it's something that I spoke to Martin and Cameron about yesterday. We talked about it. There's an issue with the YouTube. If you are blocked like a year from now, last year or a year before, if you were blocked, and that was the account that you were blocked on, you'll have a difficult time coming back on, because even if I unblock you, the YouTube algorithm is still going to remember that as a blocked account, so you can't use it. Oh yeah, I think even before 2030, my prediction was like trying to be fair. Like realistically, I was looking at it like 2030. But I think it might be earlier than that, because I miscalculated how fast the server technology, how fast the internet is moving, and all of that combined. So it might be actually earlier than that. It might be 2028. Hell, it might be 2026 or 2027. You never know. Could be 2026. We might see it as a standard. But I still stand by, you know, 2030. The reason I say 2030 because the consoles have to go through a cycle. You know what I mean? These consoles like a PS5 and PS5 Pro and Series X Elite, or they just call it Series Elite, whatever. Xbox Series Elite will have to be what you call it. Will have to go through its phase. Sorry for the spoilers warning. Xbox Series Elite, whenever that shit comes out, whatever, 2023, 2024. So 24, 25, 26, 27. So by 2028, I still stand by my statement. I think by 2030, it will become a standard. And once these consoles have truly just like dinosaurs, they have like, died, rest in peace, then you'll see a new service with a cloud as a standard by 2030. That's if the world doesn't end on 2025. That's if there's no brief nuclear, Al Bielek prediction. That's if Al Bielek is right, then we can forget about cloud gaming. We can forget about everything. The last thing on your mind is gonna be video games. Trust me. It'll be the last damn thing on your mind. Yes, Money Penny, but you said that. I didn't say that. You said that, Money. It is. Not only is it huge, but it's also thick. Look how thick it is. Look at that. Look how thick this beast is. It's very thick. Thickety thick. I bet you some people still don't believe that I'm on shadow right here. Here, shadow. Shadow. I'm on shadow, babe. At 30 frames per second. At the ultra wide screen, high-end settings, man, that's pretty remarkable. That's pretty remarkable. 4 millisecond response time, very good low latency, 3840 by 1080, 32 by 9 ratio with a 3840 by 1080 ultra wide screen with a 32 by 9 ratio, 50 inch. That's what she said. High-end settings, 30 FPS. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you going to tell me that you're going to go out there and spend $4,000 on the PC, $5,000? Well, let's say even if you have the money. But you can't take that PC with you. You can't take it with you. Because it's a huge, giant desktop. Yeah, you can buy a gaming laptop, but gaming laptops are big. You have to carry them around. You can't put them in your pockets. You need some like a backpack or something, whatever. I'm saying this not to like make you go buy Shadow, because I'm not affiliated by Shadow. They're not paying me nothing because I'm not affiliated with them. I'm telling you this because I want you to think about if you want the PC and you don't have the money, I want you to think about, about this other option. That's all. I like to give people options. I don't like to force people. I like to give people options and then you make a choice. You decide. I'm just here showing you what I'm doing and what's possible. I'm just showing you what's possible. You make the choice. What's up, Double Tap? Oh, you flew back to Scotland in that plane. The Globemaster C17. What's the, since you're here, Double Tap, what's the sound like being inside this giant cargo Globemaster C17 plane? Like, is it very loud or is it isolated, you know? Or did they really do a good job of making it isolated so you don't hear the sound too much? Or is it really loud inside? Oh, it's very loud inside. Oh, God. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Everybody has to yell. Everyone has to scream out of their lungs. What? What? What'd you say? What? Where? This side? Okay. And I think they probably use these same airplanes to deliver the javelins, right? I figure wherever they drop it, you know, at Poland or somewhere out there, I think they use these same airplanes to deliver javelins and the Predators. Did you hear that, Double Tap? They're gonna give out the Predators drones, and the Predator drones are pretty big, man. They're the size of an airplane, of like an F-16. They're the size of an F-16. They're pretty huge. Now the Predators are gonna be given to the Ukrainian Air Force, but obviously they'll have to build secret, you know, underground whatever shelter base where they'd be able to operate these Predators drones. But those Predator drones, you know, first of all, they're gonna have to be trained. They won't be able to use them right away. They'll need some sort of a training from the U.S. Air Force, somebody to go there to train them. But you can put a lot of weapons. You can put a lot of rockets on that Predator drone. You can even put mother of all bombs on that sucker. I think you can carry a tactical nuke on that sucker too, on the Predator drone. So once they get the Predator drones, that's it, man. I think it's over, man. Russia's in big trouble, man. They're in a big doo-doo trouble, bro. But they haven't officially, just to be clear, it hasn't been officially, like, that decision hasn't been made yet. They're, like, the Pentagon is still trying to determine whether they're going to do it or not. Because that would be pretty significant, man, if they get the Predator drones. And I know, Double Tap, you know what I'm talking about, the Predator drones. If they do that, holy shit. And I know you know, DT, Double Tap, you know exactly how powerful those suckers are. Like a white noise. Money Penny, if I fly this under a bridge, I'm going to destroy the bridge. We're about 200 nautical miles from Charlotte. And we're gonna land in Charlotte International. We got some supplies we need to bring. We got some what you call it? Tesla Skylink equipment and some Steam decks. But you have to make sure. But you have to make sure that the resellers and scalpers don't get a hold of it. I wonder if I can open this cargo bay door. I think I can, but I just have to figure out which button to use. Oh yeah. They should have, listen, they should have given them those things a long time ago, man. They should have given all of that, all the missiles, everything they need, man. You know how many lives they could have saved if they had this previously? Because Russia would have think twice. They would have think twice before, trying to invade. If they had all of those weapons available, if they had all of this equipment available, they would have think twice, man. Russia would have think twice. But hey, it's better now than never. So having those Predator drones will be a game changer, dude. They'll be able to fly these suckers into Russia, bro. Like destroy their military bases and shit like that, man. Their missiles, everything. Their ships. Now those suckers are expensive, people gotta keep that in mind. Yes, it's nice that they're gonna have those Predator drones, but those suckers are expensive. There's another thing people don't think about. The United States, NATO, and its allies, we have the money to wage war, while the Russia, it's struggling because their economy now is being stranglehold. They're not going to have the ability to reproduce this many rockets and weapons and tanks, and their morale is coming down. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants to join, unless China helps them. That'd be like the only thing, like if China comes in and helps them out. But I don't know. But they don't have that, they don't have the financial means to wage war the way we can. Look, we were waging war in Afghanistan for 20 years. No, two fronts, Iraq and Afghanistan, for 20 years. For 20 years, trillions of dollars, just like that. But we're still okay. So that tells you how long we can wage war. Russia cannot do that, man. They cannot do that. Even China, I doubt they can do that. Because they depend on our economy. We are their customers. They depend on us. And if they can't sell anything to us, if we can't have any partnership with them, then that's going to hurt them too economically. So I don't think they're going to get involved because they don't want to jeopardize their economy either. So this is all just a bad news for Putin. I think Putin days are being outnumbered. I honestly think he's finished. It's pretty much over for him, dude. He can't go back to the way things were after this. It's over for him, dude. There's just no way that he can go back to business as usual. No, it's over, dude. And he must know that it's over for him, dude. He must know. It's just a matter of the end game. How is he going to play the end game? That's the only thing that everybody's scratching their heads right now. What's going to be the end game? How is he going to play it out? Is he going to do something dramatic? Is he going to go all out? There are all of these possibilities, and believe me, there's people out there in Pentagon who are thinking about these scenarios. They're thinking about these possible things that could happen. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D, the entire alphabet. So they're all thinking about these possible doomsday scenarios that could possibly occur. So that's the one thing that kind of sucks, is how's he going to play it out? You need some cargo planes, Money Penny. Well, you have a big PC, Money Penny. You got a powerful PC. All you need to do, go to a flight sim .2. It's free. Search for C17 Globemaster 3. Download it. And once you download it, you're going to see a folder that says C17 Globemaster. Use that folder and transfer it to your flight simulator subdirectory called community folder. So you need to use that C17 file that you downloaded, the 1 gigabyte file, and transfer it to your community subdirectory, your community folder subdirectory, and extract that folder, that file, to the community folder. Are you confused yet, Money Penny? And that's it. And you can have this airplane. It's that simple. And if you're wondering where your community folder is, it's under your flight simulator folder where you downloaded your flight simulator. You go to your C drive or your D drive, wherever you downloaded your flight simulator, and you click on it. When you click on the flight simulator file, you're going to see community folder on subdirectory folder, community folder. And you click on that community folder, and that's where all of your mods, planes, will be installed. Every single mod plane that's free, that's where you're going to install it. You're going to install it on your community folder, and that's it. That's simple. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it. Tony left his room. You're welcome, Money Penny. And all of the 10 people who are watching, you welcome. With about 160 nautical miles to land this sucker, this big giant sucker. Hey, what's up, Martin? How you doing? Nothing. I'm on the shadow for a little bit, flying this big giant C17 Globemaster to Charlotte Charlotte International. On the shadow, ultra widescreen, 32:9 ratio, high-end settings, rocking and rolling, man, on the shadow. I know it's hard to believe. At 30 FPS, I know it's hard to believe, but yeah, there it is. And we're also using a high-efficiency video codec, which is H.265, which can improve video quality when streaming in less than 25 megabits. That's another cool thing. The H.265 can really help you keep that consistent bit rate and a low latency. So, pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. How you doing? Happy Easter, man, if you celebrated. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, PC versions are the best. You know, you can do virtual reality, you can do ultra wide screen, you can do a triple screen. Uh, but listen, for a console, for Xbox Series X, for a $500 console, it's pretty cool. Or even for Series S, for a $300 console for Series S, I think it's pretty cool that you can fly, you know, flight simulator game with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos for $300, and you can use flight controllers like Velocity One. I think it's a pretty cool deal. But remember, on a console, you're limited as to what you can do. And you're also limited on what kind of airplanes and what kind of helicopters you can get. So there's certain limitations on a console when it comes to flight simulator. Just to be fair, there's certain limitations, and those limitations obviously could be a problem for some flight enthusiasts. I mean, even the cockpit's good. And this is free. It looks better than, what you would normally would pay for an airplane. This actually looks much, much more better than what you would normally get on a payware airplane. 79 nautical miles. How about a hooray for the Shadow, Money Penny? This is the Shadow. I'm not using my own PC. I'm using the Shadow PC. That's what's so intriguing. If I was playing this on my PC, I'd be like, okay, like whatever. It'd be like whatever, But we're not on my PC. We're on a cloud, Money Penny. We're truly, no pun intended, on a cloud. On the cloud. Hooray for the Shadow. Thank you, Mamba Man. You see? Now, repeat up the Mamba Man, Money Penny. Hooray for the Shadow. We got 66 nautical miles. Landing is going to be a bit tricky. Going to be a bit tricky. Oh, that's right. I don't get it. How is it possible, that you are in UK? You are not even far from London, and you don't have a good internet. How is it impossible? I thought United Kingdom they have the best internet, man. I was convinced, like if anyone has the best internet, it has to be like the UK or outside London, near London, around there somewhere. It has to be like you guys have to have like a 1 gigabit up, 1 gigabit down fiber at minimum. But sadly, it looks like that's not the case. I think it's pretty pathetic that the Sky networks, they don't give that option. The Sky is pretty big, broadcast company. They're like all over the Europe, all over the world. They're as big as like CNN or NBC. They're huge. I'm surprised that they can't, provide everybody with a fiber optic. Martin, I don't think so. I think they haven't built any data centers yet in Ontario and Montreal. I mean Quebec, in Ontario and Quebec. They haven't built any data centers there yet. They only have 3 data centers in North America. They have one in New York, Dallas, Texas, and one in California. So only 3 data centers: New York, Texas, and Cali, California. And of course, all over the Europe, they got plenty of shadows in Europe, like France, Germany, Denmark, Switzerland, Austria, and I think they have them in UK, in United Kingdom. They have them in London. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they got few data centers. So you know what, Money Penny? Oh yeah, you can if you don't have a good internet. Forget about it. Forget about it. You'll have to pay more for that plane ticket, Money Penny, than what you would normally pay for the Sky upgrade on the fiber optic. Brandon has a pretty good internet. He's got the same thing I do. Actually, no, I have a Comcast business. Mine's a little bit better. Well, actually, not a little bit, but definitely better. 1 gigabit up, 1 gigabit down. They offered me 3 gigabits, but it was too much. I said, nah, I can't afford that. But they do have 3 gigabits up, 3 gigabit down. Here we go, the moment of truth. The moment of truth. Here we go. Let's sing that song. Bye, bye, the American pie. Because this will be the day that I die. Here we go. Get the flaps down. Let's go. For the love of God, for the love of God, let's not die. Let's just live. 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 Live, 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 live. Oh, look, there's another airplane. Oh my God. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be terrible. Too fast. Too fast, man. You're going too fast. You're gonna kill us. You're gonna kill us. No, sir, sir. We're gonna die. Stop. Stop. Oh no. Oh no. There was an error. Just when I landed, there was a bloody error. Just when I landed, it was a bloody error. Hey, look, at least we landed for what it's worth it. But there was an error. But at least we landed. At least we landed, my friend. That's okay. They can revoke my license. I delivered the cargo. The plane has landed. All right, let's see what's going on. See what's going on. What's the dealio here? Task manager. Cancel. Yeah, man. The flight simulator crashed. No pun intended. But at least I landed. So at least I made a landing. We delivered the Steam Decks and Tesla's Starlinks. So all of the Starlinks have been delivered along with the Steam Decks. Yeah, of course. Quantum TV's favorite huckleberries. Of course. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little short live stream. Enjoy your Sunday, Easter, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I just wanted to show you like what you can do with Shadow, how cool it is. I think the reason the software crashed is because when you are using these free mods, sometimes it doesn't work properly, and these things do happen. But as you can see, Shadow works just fine. No issues, no problems, no fuss, no muss. I mean, no issues with the Shadow. I mean, sure, the game did crash, but the Shadow didn't crash. Shadow is still here. Shadow is still rocking and rolling. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Mamba. Appreciate you guys being a members. Thank you, Martin, for being a member. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Thank you, Double Tap. Thank you, Katie. Woof 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 woof. Thank you. Let's see what else came in. Thank you, one troll that came in, and that's it. Later, guys. See you tomorrow. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. We're done. It's over. It's over, my friend. Show's over. Don't bend over. See you tomorrow, guys. Maybe some Lego Star Wars tomorrow. Maybe. I said maybe, possibly maybe. I don't know. Maybe.